Disruptor, huge team fight. So that could definitely help them get to that late game.
Oh, here we go. Straight up with the action. We had some great smoke movements last game against some smokes up from both teams to start things off as we get out to get those initial wards sorted.
I'm curious where they put the wards. Oh, okay. Yeah, just one in the mid lane, and they scouts the. Oh, never mind. He smokes. Both teams smoke. Yeah, both teams smoke. Which is the fairly common trend here in the European DPC. You don't see this as much in NA. Oh, they go for a safe lane ward.
That little lane ward.
I do. I've noticed that iNsania almost always takes a safe lane ward.
I mean, and it's unlikely to get caught right that side of the lane.
Very unlikely. I mean, just generally, the safe lane wards are hard to catch. Starts up with the Timber Chain. I always like starting with Timber Chain against Treant because the way that Treant is going to kill you is by keeping you in one spot in his Nature's Grasp. But Timber Chain, he just can't do that, so there's no kill threat. You can get harassed because you don't have the regen, but there's no kill threat.
Boxi. And a spot above him, maybe. No, he's going to survive.
He has literally no regen. My boy is completely banking on his support. I think he goes back to base.
Well, how does this work? Where's Boxi going to go?
Bot lane.
With the Timber.
No, wait a minute. I'm losing it. Okay.
That's right, because he's not Boxi Evolver. No, he's a different role.
I saw him on Mars. Yeah, this is weird. This is weird.
You're just processing this now. You're like,
this is actually reminiscent of old Liquid, where they had Taiga and Boxi doing a similar thing, where they would both be playing like kind of offlaners. They would do like Puck SK, except in this case, it's Timbersaw Mars, which are like two very extremely clear offlaners, and Boxi started no regen.
I mean, you've never seen this lane before, right?
No, and I don't think I've seen no regen on the 4 before.
He's got some regen.
Now he does, because he went back to base. So I suppose he was thinking of sending it back on the courier. He's just going to wave cut. Oh, he does not get the full wave, though. That's rough. Okay, I'm curious to see how he responds to this. He's going for the next one, I guess.
Okay. Tofu's going to come back down. Maybe see if they can bully Zai a bit more whilst he's level 1. Yeah, Boxi, only going to be able to keep playing around with those 2 creeps.
Yeah, both teams are doing some crazy wave-cutting shenanigans here. Really important that Boxi gets this pull-off because he's dealing with a tri-lane down here, which I love this as a response to Timbersaw as a hero. Like, you want him to get level 3 and then he's just unkillable. So punishing him until he gets to that point and keeping him level 1 for longer and longer means that your carry can actually solo up against him eventually, because you have enough items.
Middle tower.
I'm going to try for Boxi here, but...
Oh, Zai's in.
Oh, he is in. And he's out.
He also has no regen. He just got some off the courier.
Well, Boxi, the dyrachyo jumping in. Not going to be able to do it. Stick at the ready. Boxi's fine, but he is now probably going to... he's going to stick around and walk back to base. And he's got courier coming out.
I can't believe... I can't believe how this no regen thing has progressed. Like, this is the weirdest thing. This is such a weird lane. Look at this massive triple range creep wave.
Yeah, Boxi goes for the deny to the neutrals. Zai being bullied back away from this lane. I mean, it seems like a slow start on the XP for these two, right, for Zai and Boxi. I mean, Boxi's going to be stuck at level 1 for quite some time, right?
Yeah, this is just a beautiful call from Team Tickles. And now they have the lane equilibrium back here. They can just prevent the creep cut from both Boxi and Zai. They're even right-clicking the creeps, so that way they can keep the equilibrium here. You don't want 3 range creeps pushing into you, because that means it's going to hit the tower and then bounce back. So they're just punishing Zai for being Timbersaw. This is like one of the most effective ways to deal with Timber. The problem is, it means your offlaner is getting owned. Ace is 5-0, so, you know, not so good, but he's a Tidehunter.
He's chilling. And he's getting the XP, right, level 3.
Man, they prevented Zai from getting the wave cut again. They just delayed, Seleri is just delaying him for long enough that Zai literally couldn't get there in time.
Well, see top. I mean, Matu and iNsania, whilst they might be stopping Ace from farming, they're not quite able to kill him. Mid lane, 17 for 3 against a 15 for 1. Pretty close. I mean, does it surprise you sort of the Mickey's doing as well as he is in this 1v1 against an OD?
You know, with the fact that Bash now does so much damage to creeps, I feel like it's a lot better of a farming and laning hero than people, you know, once thought. in the core position because you can get those last hits. Like you can see, he's able to farm up an easy camp fairly easily here. The old Spirit Breaker couldn't do that.
Sure. But you wouldn't expect the OD to be able to mess with the Spirit Breaker more because, you know, it's a melee hero in the lane. Is that just not?
No, I really think core Spirit Breaker is just underrated. I think it's, well, maybe not anymore, but it's good. It's good. He's really good at last hitting, genuinely. OD is not what he once was in terms of dominating the lane.
Okay. On top lane, Ace, he's got some backup now, Tofu. He's moved over to help out in this top lane. I mean, more than happy with the start, of course. He's been able to secure the PA at 29 and 16. It doesn't really get much better than that here down bottom.
Yeah, they're happy. I mean, that's a lot of denies. That's the big factor here. So PA is always going to have this level advantage versus the Tide.
I mean, you see that Boxi level 1 here at 4.5 minutes. There you go, finally hits the 2. I'm going to go on him, but the spear back will save him. Dyrachyo into position. Seleri also been chased down by Zai. Let's see if Zai's got any further burst. He's in with the timber chain, but the dagger slows down Zai. Seleri will survive.
Interesting that Zai is opting to level Whirling Death instead of reactive armor. So, I suppose because he's against a tree in lane, so he just wants that damage based on the tree's strength. Almost got the kill there, so I can understand why.
Radiant's top tower.
Doesn't exactly have the mana regen to work with yet, though. Ooh, that's a big stack.
We go finally, first blood to occur, 5 minutes in. Matu taking out Tofu and being able to take back control around this pool that they were going for.
That is one issue with doing any sort of tri-lane, whether it's an aggro or defensive tri-lane, is that the moment you head to the other lane, you're all of a sudden really under-leveled and under-farmed because you're splitting it 3 ways. So he goes up there on Tofu, he doesn't have boots, doesn't have levels, so he's just kind of a sitting duck. They have 2 5 positions now on Team Tickles, which is the cost of shutting down the Timber in the early game. Meteor Hammer picked up pretty early.
He's got the combo. DD rune as well. Boom. As this mid lane has sort of been left for now. See Mickey is going to make the first move top. Wants to try and target Ace before he hits the 6. Set up bashes and slows into the Blade Fury damage. The ult from Mickey. The kill will be secured. Ace is taken out.
Oh, you know what? You know what Liquid might be doing? They might throw Boxi mid now. They might just have Mickey go there until level 6, and then Mickey starts rotating.
Sure,
and then Boxi...
but then you're like a level 3 Mars against a level 6 OD. It's kind of spooky, isn't it?
Yeah, that is pretty.
I don't know if I want to be going to that lane.
I just feel like you have a Timber Saw in the off lane. Like, you want to leave the hero anyway, right?
So he's got to go somewhere.
Yeah. And then I don't think Mickey also wants to sit versus an OD.
No.
This isn't good. In fact... almost. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Okay.
Good grab back with a glimpse there from Tofu. They'll get Boxi. Spoomer's got enough damage? Well, he certainly does. With that Astral, that'll do it. He doesn't need to look at that anymore as Boxi will pop. Double kill for Boom. Nicely cleaned up. I mean, we were discussing which one wants to be there. I don't think either of them want to be there, Jake, because they both died.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fighting to not go to the mid lane.
Yeah.
You don't want to go against this OD right now.
Come on, Boxi. You know you want to.
Please. Somebody take the mid.
No, I think, in retrospect, maybe Snapfire mid is your play. It's just somebody who can,
not be...
shoot things from far away.
Yeah, someone with a gun.
Yeah, absolutely. As Zai at this point. Oh, Boom with a rotation. This is really nice.
Yeah. Boom. He's starting to hit stride. It doesn't have enough mana for the hammer. But looks like it won't be needed. Zai taken out. The killing spree continues for Boom. As this OD's off to a good start. We saw in the draft, it looked like a good OD game. He's certainly hitting his stride. They've got to have something in store for this OD. Boom could get out of control.
Does he miss it? He doesn't even try. He realized that the bulldoze was on, yeah. I think with level 1 bulldoze, you can immediately use the hammer and you'll still hit it. But then once you get those extra levels, it's hard, yeah.
Zai. Still just level 4 down here, of course, with the awkward early XP shot.
Yeah, he's gonna
6.
he's going to need some catch-up time on Zai. I feel like probably at some point you want to rotate to whatever lane the Tide is in.
I'm going to make a go into Ace. Ace does have Ravage, and he does have backup.
He is taking
that
more
Omni
damage.
Slash did literally nothing.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got Anchor Smashed. He had the Treant armor on. Even in the low levels of Treant armor, it's an extra 5 armor, so...
Oh, we're going to see it again.
More than doubling Tide's armor.
Let's see, how much damage did it actually do? Let's do the maths. 915 he was on. Oh, actually, are we going to get his HP bar? Probably not. It wasn't a lot. And a nice little glimpse onto Mickey, just sort of...
It was at 915, the 2 bars is 250 each, so it did like
about
350 damage.
I thought it was generous.
Yeah.
Seleri. We'll die here.
Trees do have a way of
Takes a little bit of a
dying
wander
around
into the
here.
triangle of Liquid, and Liquid are quickly on the side to sort it out. Boom. He's got the Stances clips ready to drop again, so the mid lane becomes spooky once more. And they're going to look to do something actually straight away with it. Tofu smoking up with Boom. They're ready to find a quick and easy kill with the OD combo.
Yeah, he's looking to completely take over this game right now.
Yeah.
Even against Juggernaut, I know Jug has spin, he has Omni, he has ways of being immune to OD's damage, but if you get caught off guard by OD spells...
Zai.
Oh no.
He's not going to expect Boom at all to be here. They don't even need the sanity. A couple of hits will do it. Another kill here for Boom's streak.
This game, to me, is a really great example of how to deal with Timbersaw 101. Like, this could be a lesson on how to deal with Timber, because Zai is so shut down because of the tri-laning they did, because of the mid-pick being the OD, how they're rotating the OD, but they're not over-rotating to Timber either. It's just Boom going once he has levels. They start off the tri-lane to deal with him, and then eventually it's like, okay, well, we don't want to put 3 heroes versus the Timber for the entire game, because then Timber, he's laughing. Like, that's what he wants. You just put the OD, because the OD has the Meteor Hammer, he has the levels to kill the Timber. So I think this is definitely the play for Liquid to safe lane him.
We're going to see a fight come out in the mid lane, but Six has been hit for Tofu. He's put down the Static Storm. They do lose Boom. The Static Storm damage not enough to kill off Mickey, as Matu with the Blade Fury heads up to the high ground, takes out Seller. Liquid, they're going to look to try and push on, find more. They've got the charge over to Tofu. The Ravage comes in from Ace onto the 4 of them. They're damaged though. They're trying to get Mickey. They will find him. Dyrachyo turning up as well. Matu commits him with the Omni Slash to the Blade Fury. And Cookie onto the 2 of them as well. Ace is able to keep himself alive with the Hood of Defiance. Dyrachyo also surviving for now. Boxi still looking to poke a bit more. Actually able to take a nice kill there with the spear. Tries for the TP out, but the damage from Dyrachyo is too much. Dyrachyo will get a nice little clean up off the back of that. What was a good fight to start there for Liquid, killing off Boom.
Zai's just sitting up top, like, please don't notice that I'm not there. Please, I need to catch up. Yeah, he got some damage on the tower. The catapult was alive. So Zai not showing up actually results in some map pressure, as well as some much-needed space for him with that fight. And despite being 4v5, that actually went quite well for Liquid, just because Matumba is so farmed.
We're seeing both carries this game going for the Battle Fury build.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This tower, give a nice little bonus here to the Matu to get that final sword done and the Battle Fury online. And by the looks of it, both the Battle Furies are going to be coming out pretty similar timings here. It's going to be a close game, close matchup between the 2 carries.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And there's currently no trade happening for this tower. Boom is now heading up towards the top tower, but because Liquid was able to take this, and they're going for Matumba. I mean, that's a hard kill.
Goes out every time. Tofu with a glimpse. Will find the setup onto iNsania. So Dyrachyo will still get some glory out of this. Mickey's charging in onto Tofu. He wants to get the trade on the Disruptor. He'll do so. And Dyrachyo doesn't want to mess with him, but Mickey's not going to give him the option to run immediately as he goes in with the ultimate. Dagger slow should be enough though. Dyrachyo's back into the shadows. Top lane, Team Tickles looking for the setup onto Zai. They haven't got the sanities, so not that further burst of damage that would be required. And Zai's able to step back.
So Liquid do have TPs available to defend Zai up here. I think this is probably why Boom is walking away. Knowing that you had just lost your safe lane tower like that, the fairly obvious play for Liquid would be to just like endlessly defend this tower, have somebody farm bot, Mickey can do that, and then all of a sudden you're farming way more of the map. Healing Word sent all the way up towards top. That's cool. I like that. That's really cool. Keeping Zai full HP to defend this tower is very important because it gives them time to actually respond. Because chances are to OD, Zai will probably die in the engagement if some dive happens, but there will be a TP response.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Liquid's lineup is a very good lineup at TPing in and defending towers. And Team Tickles, how do these guys even hit towers?
Just OD. It's just OD.
Just that, yeah.
Which is convenient because he wants to be against Timber for this reason. He can do this damage. But you can see Boom. He's very afraid of the response. Coming in from the Spirit Breaker charge, coming in from the TPs. Like a Snapfire TP's in and ults, and all of a sudden, you know, it takes her 3 seconds and she's there because the ult is so long range. It doesn't matter how far Zai is, she's going to be able to hit you. Why are melee illusions so tanky? I always hit them and it's like, what the hell is this? How do you kill this as a disruptor?
Right, doing the best in Tofu.
There we go. The core walks over, yeah. That feels so bad as a 5.
Okay, Echo Saber complete. On its way over. It's got that Arcane Rune as well. That will allow him to go pretty crazy with the charges. In the next fight, if they bring it, and again, Team Tickles, their best effort of fighting around a push is going to be around a good Ravage from Ace. And they have the ultimates, Static Storm and Sanity's Ravage. It's all there. Ooh.
This death actually
More lag.
This death
More lag.
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
these guys,
They've got to get there.
their internet situation is not
great.
looking good.
They have a lot of ping.
If there's an internet company out there, you can get a team for very cheap. All you need to do...
What do you mean very cheap?
Because all you need to do is send them some good internet. They can download that.
They'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll accept the sponsor.
Yeah, well, maybe they're going to win this without 1,000 ping.
I mean, they've looked pretty decent, Tickles.
They've looked great.
Yeah. I mean, if this is what they're doing on bad internet, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy to deny that. Boxi. Knock that out.
I keep seeing Mars and my head just keeps thinking, of course, that's Zai. But now it's Boxi. I mean, that's the convenient thing about having 2 previous offlaners on your team is that you can do these. You can do these really interesting style drafts that are just, they have that spice that people are not used to dealing with.
Yeah, and you know, but, of course, the few deaths were there earlier from Boxi and the slow start of the XP, but now, you know, he's level 8. I mean, and he's got an arena to offer. You know, what more could you ask for in position 4?
Yeah, that's all you need.
It's a pretty impactful ultimate.
Absolutely, yeah. That's all you need. Mars is actually a pretty decent support.
They're going to try and start things. Static Storm will stop the threat of the arena coming into play. Ravage and Sanity's drop down as they blow up Zai and Boxi. Insania is trying to hide in the trees, but Team Tickles, they're hot on him. Seleri, see if he can close the gap here. And they found him. They certainly can. Even dyrachyo, he's not even going to look at it. He's going to leave it for Boom and Seleri to sort out.
Yeah, that's a huge creep wave mid. I mean, I can understand a carry player like dishing a kill like that.
Support kill, for a full creep wave.
That wave is worth way more.
Yeah, he's pushing him close to his BKB.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite the timing still there for dyrachyo. Top of the farm has been able to stay ahead of that of Matu so far on the jug. Meanwhile, Matu, Battle Fury into the Yasha.
I like that PAs these days are going for Battle Fury into straight BKB or Manta.
Yeah.
I feel like it gives you an earlier timing than the Deso into the BKB, and Dota is just played so fast in the current patch where people want to fight at that timing, and then also the Orb of Corrosion gives you a little bit of the kill threat that Deso does, you know? So it's like, do you really need even more kill threat? It's kind of redundant. Of course, you're going to eventually pick up the Deso. The BKB just makes it so that you feel borderline immortal.
Good Roche timing again here. We saw last game, I believe, as well. It was around the 16-17 minute mark. The Team Tickles sees the opportunity to take a quick Roche. Do so again now. Aegis into the hands of Boom. Top lane, Insania dragged back.
Lizard spit.
Another kill here to add to the tally for Boom.
Yeah, looks like he was trying to get some vision up. He has 2 wards and a smoke. So yeah, he was trying to get some vision up just so that way, like with Team Tickles roaming into their jungle, moving into the jungle, like they would have vision of them, potentially be able to make a smoke play, maybe even with the Aegis being in their hands. If you get the right play on somebody, you can kill them still.
Nicely Boxi. Let's try to push out the top wave, but Boom was ready and waiting. Dyrachyo, easy kills steal. Or kill secure.
Yes, of course. He's the carry
I mean, he's the carry. Boom doesn't mind. Yeah, Boom's had enough kills anyway.
Yeah.
He's got to share the love a little bit.
Seriously. I mean, it's so greedy, these mid players. First they get all of these runes, and all of a sudden they care about you stealing their kills.
And now Dyrachyo, that's his BKB sorted off the back of that kill.
Yeah.
So now he's in a pretty scary position. BKB, he can turn up to the fight. He's ready to get involved. And again, you know, a real sort of similar start as we saw last game. You know, Team Tickles, they get this early momentum, early lead. You know, I think just the question is going to be, you know, Liquid, how are they going to swing this round? We saw them do it big time last game. And this game, they're not quite in the same position that they were playing from in the first one. It's not nearly as different. But Team Tickles definitely building up in a way that they're going to be starting to take these tier 2 towers. And Liquid, they might still sort of want to get more farm on Matu before they really get involved. Boxi, yeah, he'll be left alone here. They're not bringing any further efforts into this defense. Boxi goes down. Team Tickles can keep the push going on. This tier 2 should be theirs as Liquid don't seem too interested in defending this right now.
Yeah, Boxi was going for like the cheeky potential setup where maybe he catches the tree out of position. You know, you kill an enemy support first, all of a sudden maybe you can fight even though there is an Aegis in their hands. But of course, Seleri and Boom, well, they scouted that out.
They're getting a good trade here by the looks of it, Matu.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I think if you're Team Tickles, you're just reminding yourself this game, probably Seleri reminding his team, like, guys, you know, remember what happened last game? Like, we need to stay focused 100%.
Look at this. They are actually pushing pretty darn nicely here with the hammer. And the physical of the PA, it's working. This tier 3, it's going down. It's 19 minutes in. Liquid, what have they got to offer? They're going to start things off with a charge. The kiss is coming in. Mickey committing with the order with the static storm down, and Mickey's got the BKB. Boom forces his way back down to safety. Team Tickles get the team reset against the BKB usage of Mickey. The kisses from iNsania, they're no longer there to worry about. Back on with the push. Tickles to hang on to the rack. Zai, drag back. Astral, Boom's ready with the setup. Combo with the spear, does clip it. Boxi able to poke Boom to stop the meteor hammer combo. Mickey charging back over the race, but there's the combo with the Ravage. The Sanity's crashing down onto Zai. Zai's out of action for 40 seconds. No chance for a buyback. Liquid, they're going to have to defend 4 versus 5. Matu's here, but the Omni Slash has already been used. There's still an Aegis on Boom. Team Tickles doing plenty of resources to push on with. Mickey trying to charge out and clear the middle lane, but he's going to get dragged back by the Glimpse. It's 20 minutes in, and Tickles, they're going to get this racked. Liquid, they can't do anything about it.
This is going to sound kind of stupid, but it's unironically good.
Boom's ready to go back in. Whoop.
Tofu, they backed off and they just salved everyone. He has the shovel. He was sitting on 3 salves, and seriously, it let them re-engage after that play.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen shovel used like that before.
Why don't we get a replay of the shovel use?
He's just hoarding the salves. Because the thing is, like, I think that defense from Liquid was good. It was like almost a fake defense. Like, they just wanted to...
They lost the racks.
Well, to start, right? Okay. But because they back off on Team Tickles and they just heal up and they go back in.
Glimpse. I mean, Tickles, now they're getting that ball rolling. Now we're getting to the point where it is very much like the lead and the sort of the stride that Team Tickles were hitting in game 1. And you've got to sort of ask yourself, how are Liquid going to turn this one around?
Yeah, so the gold lead is not as big, but it's earlier. Yeah. And they've been 5-manning, so the gold lead would be more if they were farming, but they're raxing.
Zai's in trouble. Drive back into the static storm. The damage coming out this stage, just the crits of Dyrachyo, the hard hits of the orbs of Boom. Is this going to be another set of racks? 2 sets of racks in 22 minutes in. Matu's trying his best with the rat, hitting onto the tier 3 down bottom, but he's obviously not going to do it nearly as fast as the full team of Team Tickles. 22 minutes in, 2 sets of racks taken, and it looks like Team Tickles aren't going anywhere. They're going to keep pushing on.
Yeah, they are. They're forcing Matumba back. I mean, Matumba's still just trading. He's just trying to rack.
He's going to get a range rack, but then he's losing tier 4s. See if Team Tickles, what are they going to do? They know that Zai's back up. With Zai coming back in, they will start to back off. Charge over. It's going to catch Dyrachyo. Okay. Maybe a bit of a bait, as Mickey has to put the BKB in and head back. See Matu, Play Fury to avoid being glimpsed back to the bottom lane and out of the fight. Dyrachyo's coming in with the BKB. The arena's been dropped. Jump over to Mickey, but Mickey's able to go back over with the charge. Has been able to do enough damage to bring Ace very low, but Ace with the glimmer kick still alive. The turn, Sanity's ravage time, there's no messing around. They lead very early in this match, and they close it up so well. We've seen so many teams, I feel, in the lead in the position that Tickles have been,